Hey folks, it's Vic Noble here with the weekly trade example for the week ending March the 22nd, 2013. Spring has sprung in the Northern Hemisphere. Last week I talked about momentum and how it's a relative term and how you want to look at multiple time frames to gauge the best direction to trade based on the kind of trader you are. So today I want to show you the idea behind using support and resistance levels on higher time frame charts that can help you in trading lower time frame charts that may actually be against the higher time frame trends. Confusing, huh? I'll explain this right now. This is a pair that's been in a very strong uptrend for a while now. It's the Euro Yen pair, and it's a weekly chart. And you can see that, look at this. I mean, this has been since that started in July last year, late July, August last year, and just been going up and up and up ever since. And we finally stopped at this very key level here. You see this old resistance and support, resistance. You know, if you weren't watching that, you know, how would you know where to even expect it to stop? And you can watch Fibonacci levels, etc. What you want to do is watch price action. What are the candles doing when it hits these levels? Because there was resistance levels on the way up here too, wasn't there? But this is all just blue candles. It just went straight up. Finally, we get a rejection candle up here, and you can start to drill down and see, okay, what is the daily chart doing? What's the 4 hours and the 1 hours doing? Because you can get very nice trades when you're trading intraday against the higher time frame like the weekly daily charts, because on a daily, what I'm trying to say is that you want, if you trade the momentum of that particular day, you can get some really good moves out of it for day trading purposes. So you have to distinguish between who you are as a trader. Are you a day trader? Are you a longer term swing trader? What is it? This is a daily chart, and you can see where we hit this level on the weekly chart up here. It came down, it's come back up, and here we are today. Just look at this carefully. This was a lot of support in here. It broke down quite hard. It hit more, this used to be resistance, it hit support, and it heads back up here again. And now it's made about a 79% retracement from the high to the low here. Couldn't get past these highs again, could it? This is going to become a key level. And same as on the weekly chart, you can see it. If we go back to this weekly for 1 second here, this is a fractal level that's going to be important. We'll want to watch that and see what happens with it. So now you go down to the 4 hour chart. Bear in mind we're in an uptrend, okay? But look at, here's what you got to realize. Despite the fact that we're in an uptrend, we come down and we hit these levels, big huge gap down here to start the week off this week. But where to? To what used to be resistance, now is support. Look at the candle action. What's it telling you? Is this telling you negative or positive? I mean, this is an inside candle following a big drop down at support. You can expect to look for runs back up. There are some great trades in here. It comes back up to this level here, makes a inside candle, another huge drop. What does it do? It hits support again down here. See this same level? Look at this line here. This has been unbelievable. Inside candle, another hammer, and goes up. More really good. When I say good trades, by the way, I'm talking about intraday trades, slingshots, MOFs, VIC trades, which is pattern number 6. In fact, all the patterns in the recurring forex patterns course, they show up in here, especially the pattern number 6. Tons of them, and when you match those up with slingshots and MOFs, they are like dynamite trades. What happens when it comes up to here? I'll just show you right here today. Hits what used to be support, now it's resistance. What are the candles telling you? This is negative. This is an inside candle following a run in price. This is negative. If you go down another time frame to a 1 hour chart, what's it doing up in here? This whole setup in here is all pattern number 6. Plus, I can tell you there were some really good slingshots and MOFs on the way down that matched up with them, and I'll show you. You know, we can show you how to get those things so you have such small risk in them. The advantage of that, when you have small risk and when you're trading a pair like this that's got quite high volatility right now, you get fantastic reward to risk. 3 to 1 is like easy these days because of the reward to risks on them are very good. But you can get lots of ones that are more like 5 to 1 or more, and you know, everybody does a little bit differently, so I can't, you know, obviously can't promise anything to anybody about anything, but I'm just saying that when you learn how to do it, there is big moves in these. So the idea behind momentum is that you want to pay attention to what's happening on the higher time frame charts, okay? But if you want to day trade, you trade the momentum of the day with respect to key levels on higher time frames. Does that make sense? So you know that, hey, you know what, I'm trading against a higher time frame, bigger trend, so I'm going to be aware of that and trade accordingly. And but when you use these support resistance levels, this used to be resistance, price comes back and it now becomes support. That's a very, very good pattern 6 right there. Way back up she goes, comes down to more old resistance, now support, back up again, up into this level here again. This is, do you think you should be taking profit up here? That's a very good place to take profit. Okay, I'm not telling you that in hindsight, I'm telling you that because that you could see for yourself that this is where it used to be support. Zoom this out a little bit here. This used to be support, didn't it? And when you're starting to hit these levels in here, this is a zone in here we got to watch out for. There's a zone down here we're watching for now. We'll see what happens here next week coming up. You know, I'll tell you, and before I get going here, if you need help with your trading, I almost feel silly doing this, but I really think that the Coach's Corner is a great place to be, not just because of me, okay, but because of all the other great people in there. It's including the members, mostly the members. They're just great. Their questions and submissions are really helpful for everyone. Today we had, I'm doing this on Thursday, we had people, I challenged them to send me in trades that were confluences of pattern 6 together with slingshots and moss, and it just got some great feedback from them, and I can just see such good progress. I'll show you, how it can be helpful for you. And I wanted to show you this. I just got this a couple days ago, and from Matthew, like 2 days ago, unsolicited. I never asked him for this. He just sent this to me. He just joined the CC. He says, first, I want to thank you again for the great material that you're offering in the CC program. It's been less than 2 months that I joined you guys, and I can feel my progress day after day. I've never been this confident when I wanted to take a trade. As I said before, I knew a little about the technical stuff, but what Coach's Corner gave me was almost a red or green light before taking a trade. Not to be confused with a red light, green light system. There's either a trade or not. No more guesswork and stomach acid for me, and that's great. You know what? He emailed me back afterwards and told me he has not had a losing week of trading since he joined the Coach's Corner 2 months ago. I mean, that's awesome. I love it. Also, one more thing before I go. Next Tuesday, Shirley Hudson and I are hosting a free webinar. Free. Okay, I put a link in the body of this email, so register for it. We're going to show you all about the recurring forex patterns course. Great course. I mean, where do you see Shirley's performance in that thing? She's kept her track record of it. It's just amazing. So register for it. We'd love to see you there. It's going to be recorded, so even if you can't be there, just register, and you'll get the link to the recording following the event. Okay, but you have to register in order to get the recording, because it gets sent out automatically by GoToWebinar. So thanks so much, everybody. I hope that was helpful, a little illustration of support resistance together with momentum for you, and I'll be back at the end of next week with another weekly trade example for you. Have a great weekend. Thanks again.